Hi there. Here we are at the Real Down. We're still at the Real Down. We're getting down, we're getting real, and talking about things. My name's Leroy Montana. Talking about things that seem to be relevant, to be, we live in a really tricky time. Times are very, very, there's big change going on, big change. All you have to do is look around the planet. How many people aren't having a good time? Most people are not having a good time on the planet. That's because most of the wealth is being held by so few people, and so I didn't want to bring that up right away, but that's one of the things that really doesn't seem to make very much sense. If living in a place where most of the people aren't having a good time, and why aren't they having a good time? Because they don't have enough. They don't have enough food. They don't have, their water is spoiled. Did you know that rich countries like the United States, or countries that are, what do they do with their waste? They can't dig enough holes. They don't have enough room to dig holes. They pay poor countries that are not developed. They pay them a lot of money, and they ship over your garbage, your trash. They ship it over to these poor countries. That's what they do. They ship them. They could just, you think, well, they can't do that for very long because there's so many people making so much trash. I drink bottled water, and because they've scared me not to drink the regular water. They've said, well, you drink water, and everything that a person pees out in the water, they can't, the biology of it, they can't filter out all that biotic stuff. They can't get it out, and so you're drinking somebody's antidepressants, and you're drinking somebody's testosterone, and you're drinking all this weird stuff they're thinking, maybe this is having some effect on the children. Well, the children are there's one theory that I've heard people talk, that humans are getting dumber and dumber, and by the time they'll never realize what's going on, like what I just told you, because they're so dumb that they don't care anymore. They're not going to notice. They won't notice. They don't notice, and that it seems like we're on a big slide, and so maybe we can all get involved in helping to, I don't know, it seems to me to be too late to turn it around. It seems to be so late in the game that, the numbers that they say about the ocean fish, they say that 90% of the fish have been fished out of the ocean and killed by pollution and that we dumped in the ocean and stuff like that, and that's, they don't even know the results of the chemicals that have run off through the, from all the chemicals in farms. They go into the rivers. They go, finally the rivers hit the oceans. And so it's so late that I sort of a lot of times I despair that we can really save the day. We can really pull it around. How can we do that? I guess we have to get involved with people that are thinking that are like-minded people that think like we think, and so this is one way. Just by tuning in to the Real Down, you can get, we're going to be talking about these. I'm going to be talking about these ideas with my friends and people that I know, and maybe people that I don't know. Maybe we'll go out in the street, and maybe we'll go to some clubs, and maybe we'll go talk to real people about real things and see what they think. One of the things I want to ask almost everybody I see, do you have medical insurance? I've got this morbid curiosity, who's got medical insurance? And because medical insurance costs a fortune. People are paying more for medical insurance than it costs to buy a house. And so, and then the people that the medical insurance companies are giving out, they decide what procedures you can have, and they're giving out fewer and fewer procedures. So people are paying more money to have these people give them less. And they say that this great country, which is so rich and powerful and all, has one of the worst medical records in the developed world. That people can't afford the medical procedures here because they're not even trying to keep people healthy. They pay when people get sick. Then they go to the emergency room because they can't afford insurance. So anyway, things like that. I get into all these spins about how things aren't working out here, and then what do? Like, well, you can if you can put a show like this up. You can do that. Fun. Get your friends and have them film you saying the same thing that I'm saying. I'm not saying anything that nobody's thought of. Everything I'm saying, has been said. It's been said and it's been heard, and I'm just feeding back, like a lot of the stuff that I know, like that I've heard. How do you learn things? Well, you go out there and you learn it, and you can see it firsthand, and that'll take you into some interesting places. Going out there and seeing it firsthand. Jeez. I think about some of those people that go into wars. You know what a T factor is? I was told that the T factor is like the excitement factor that a person has inside of them. And so some people can climb really tall trees. They can really go up high trees. And some people, can't climb at all. They start to shake. Or some people they like big bodies of water. And some people are really intimidated by water. And some people like to go and investigate wars. They like to get right up there and watch the explosions and get right next to it. It's just amazing, And I think, that's interesting that there's people that want to do that. Without them, how would we find out what's really going on? It's really tough. There's so much information. You can be tuned into anything, and here you are tuned into this. I'm not quite sure if this is interesting to you. I hope it is. If not, you can sure let us know. Just send an email off to us, and we'll show the email address, and we'll do a show that you're interested in. Anything, come up with some ideas, and we'll do it. We'll travel around places. We'll go to City Hall. We'll do things like that. This is The Real Down.
Nice.